Recently, I ranked every single MCU movie on my channel, something you should definitely check out if you haven't already. Ironically though, I did not have a lot to say about the first two Ant-Man movies. They were fun, campy and breezy, nice small adventures for the smallest Avenger. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania changes that for the better, or for worse. This is the movie that changes the MCU moving forward, since we are introduced to the Conqueror, but we'll get to that. The first act is the most interesting. We see how funny man Paul Rudd is doing since Endgame, how he's dealing with the fact that Cassie is now older. He's doing just fine, and the movie dives deep into that breezy factor the previous two movies had. Once we get to the middle act, when they are now back in the quantum realm, the movie does admittedly drag a lot. The movie in its second act is mostly just other characters playing the pronoun game, talking about how he is dangerous. While it's building up anticipation, this is the only thing the movie has going for it, outside the visuals of the quantum realm. Alongside Wakanda, the quantum realm is one of the best locations in the MCU yet. I get so tired of seeing New York, it's nice to get outside of it once in a while. This world is strange, full of George Lucas prequel type creatures that are charming and give this world a lot of identity. Most of the CGI in the movie actually holds up incredibly well. The actors fit in with the alien type looking characters except for MODOK. Now if you don't know MODOK, he's a machine only destined to kill or something like that.
Do you know what MODOK stands for?
Mental organism designed only
For killing.
for killing.
I met him as a kid in Ultimate Alliance, in this level where he shocks you and takes your health if you don't get the answers right that he asks you. So already I have a little bit of hatred towards him, jokingly.
Who is Loki, the true son of? Oh, your answer was incorrect.
But a gigantic head isn't going to look the best with CGI, trust me, we all know this. But he looks awful and so weird. His character just feels out of place in moments. He's not Conqueror, but we will get to that, trust me. Watching this movie and seeing the previous Ant-Mans are so jarring because they are so lighthearted and fun, and this one shit gets real, and it's actually executed quite well. But I got the feeling of missing that smaller scope, especially knowing that Luis, one of the best sidekicks in the entire MCU, doesn't even make a single appearance or a cameo. This is totally random, but William Jackson Harper is in this movie, and I want to say I love whoever was in the audience at my theater who whispered, "That's Chidi." Anyone who has watched The Good Place deserves to be in The Good Place. It's a really good show. This movie honestly doesn't feel like a movie once they get to the quantum realm. Where the previous Ant-Man movies had some forgettable moments, they did feel like films and added on to characters and their development. Here this feels like a building block to phase 5. There's many moments where the film just feels like it's trying to lay the foundation on what's to come, instead of focusing on itself. I'm sure that's hard to do, especially when you have the MCU's next Thanos, Kang.
You think you can beat me?
Jonathan Majors as Kang is a powerhouse. He's intimidating, he's cunning and manipulative, and a villain who takes what he wants when he wants it. Everyone is making subpar jokes, some that are hit or miss.
Like that. You see what I did? You see what I did?
No, you're like this small.
I jumped into half.
But when Kang is on screen, everyone's like, shh, dude, it's Kang, that's Kang. Oh shit.
You're an interesting man. Scott Lang, you're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?
What?
They all blur together after a while.
We only got a glimpse of him in Loki, but seeing this villain's debut in a cinematic world is thrilling and absolutely chilling. I'm a casual fan, I don't know a lot about the MCU villains, and I've had to do some research on Kang, and seeing Jonathan's performance makes me want to dive deeper into the lore of this character. This movie has its faults, but when Kang is on screen, the movie becomes intense. I cannot wait to see more of this Conqueror.
You're not the one with the hammer.
That's Thor. We get confused a lot. Similar body types.
The rest of the Ant crew does a solid job, and this is by far Paul Rudd's best performance as Scott Lang. I just wish the movie dived deeper into his feelings of what it's like to not have seen his daughter grow up through the years. It's hinted at here and there, but it never goes full force into it. Also, this scene with him is amazing. It's one of the best in the entire MCU. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is a lot more setup than it is a movie. Kang conquers the movie, but everything else feels like that it should have had more time to grow.